Yes, people, what's good? Friday at the gym, ready to go in and smash out a heavy chest session. I know I say it every video, but a massive thank you for all the love and support on the recent post. If you are new though, all do find yourself coming back on the regular and you're not subscribed, go down, smash that subscribe button and make sure you click the bell notification to be notified for when I upload. Go and check out all the links that are down in the description. As I said, today we're about to go and smash out a chest session. Feel nice and energized, as you can tell. New pre-workout. I will drop some links down below if you want to go and grab yourself it from 365 Nutrition, and I will be giving a review, so be sure to check out the Instagram over the next couple of days and you can see my honest opinion. I won't give it away too early. Let's see how it performs, but very excited to get back. Wasn't very well the last couple of days, but today it feels really good. Still a little bit under the weather and getting over it, but regardless, we are at the gym about to go and move some heavy ass weight. So let's not talk too much, let's get in the gym, let's get it.
So some people kicking things off with a plate loaded chest press. I know you're thinking, what the fuck, why haven't you started off on a machine chest press? They're both taken, so we will move into the next exercise, which is a plate loaded chest press. Here you join me with 40 kilos aside with the resistance bands. Here just giving me a greater stretch at the base of the rep, but making sure that obviously as we have that contraction in the center of the chest at the top of the portion rep, making sure that we really contract the chest muscles, making sure that we're targeting the upper and the middle part of the pec for this opening set. So let's lock in, let's get it. So now then, jumping up to 50 kilos aside, taking the bands off. Now that we've got the blood flow into the pec, making sure that we push to failure now for our top set. Here, 50 kilos aside will be my top set. We'll probably sit here for maybe 2, maybe 3 more sets after this. Here, just pushing the failure, making sure that we're fully burning out before we move into the next exercise. I know here, slightly different to when we normally do machines because we will be doing a back off set. So here, we'll jump down after this to a back off set. But here, just making sure that we push the failure and yeah, get a crazy pump in as always. So let's lock in 50 kilos. Let's get it. So now then, people, moving on to one of the main compound lists of the day. Not doing no barbell work. We're taking a week off and doing some volume work on a plate-loaded machine chest press. Here, again, you join me with 40 kilos. Throughout the warm-up, just making sure that we get the movement down, expose the body part to the weight, making sure that we feel nice and good before we jump up for our top set. So here, you join me with a working set of 40 kilos aside, 80 kilos, and again, just making sure that we move through the motion and making sure that we really focus on slowing down that negative during the warm-up. So as we have the eccentric part, making sure that we get a nice deep stretch and then again holding that contraction at the top part of the rep. I'll say it every single session, but it's having that mix between like bodybuilding and science-based lifting, making sure that you get the most out of the movement, but also making sure that you're training, 1, hard enough, but 2, exposing the body to weight, pushing to failure as well. So here, 40 kilos aside, let's lock in, let's get it. Come on. Oof. So now then, jumping up to 3 plates aside, 60 kilos, 120 kilos on the machine. Here, as we move towards our top set, making sure that the intensity stays at over 100, but making sure that we lock in and making sure that the movement is down and form is correct. So here, 120 kilos, let's lock in, let's get it. Ooh. So now then, people, jumping up for my top set, which will be 140 kilos. Here, just making sure that we lock in, push to failure, as I say, making sure here that we really, really emphasise the stretch, making sure that as we begin to fatigue and we push to failure, using a couple of partials just to fully burn out. Here, when the chest is under tension, making sure that we're really, really focusing on driving the elbows at the point of the contraction and slowing down that negative just to make sure that we get the most out of the bottom portion of the rep, causing the chest to grow. So, yeah, let's lock in. Feel really, really good. All I can say, this pre-workout is definitely a banger. So, yeah, definitely recommend. So, be sure to stay tuned for it at the end of the video where I will show you what the pre-workout is. So, let's lock in. Let's get it. Ooh. 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 One more. So now then, people, moving on to some dumbbell work. Here you join me with an incline dumbbell chest press, 32 kilos. Not a lot to say. Let's lock in 32 kilos. Let's get it. Now then, jumping up to 36 kilos, depending on how this moves, depends on what we will jump up to for our top set, or whether or not we stick at this weight. So here, working set of 36 kilos, let's lock in, let's get it. So now then, sticking with 36 kilos, going for more hypertrophy, getting the volume in. Here, again, pushing failure for as many reps as possible. So let's lock in 36 kilos for the second set. Let's get it. And finally, finishing off the main part of the session with some cable flies. Here, not a huge amount of weight, 16 kilos aside. Just here, making sure that we're adding volume into the final part of the set, making sure that we get the blood flow in after some heavy sets on dumbbells and on the plate-loaded chest press. So here, for the volume part of the set, just making sure that we're pushing the failure for enough reps, but just making sure that we're getting full range of movement for a good 8 to 10-ish rep range, and then continuing on just to push to failure. So let's lock in, let's get it.